QB1! QB1! Yes, sir. I tried to tell y'all what was going to happen if he started, man. Y'all didn't want to believe me. I told y'all, Trinidad Chambliss, bro. Now, Lane, you done got your signature win now. Be smart. Don't go back to Austin Simmons. I know Chambliss had to turn over today, man, but he showed you on that ground he can light up an elite defense, and they lit up an elite defense. Ain't nobody else had LSU defense look like this all year. But Ole Miss did. Hey, man, you got you something cooking with this quarterback. You might mess around and get you to CFP, man. I'm trying to tell you, this is a big, big win. Chambliss is that dude. I told y'all, man. Every time I see him, it's going to be QB1, QB1. He balling. Yes, 314 yards on the ground today, man. He also ran for 71 yards. But QB1 Lasky, he gets my game ball too, man. Now, look, it wasn't the most efficient rushing attack, but he did run for 87 yards, y'all. And ultimately, he did what you needed him to do in this game, man. So, shout out to him. And I love their weapons. Caden Lee, Hilton Deuce Alexander, formerly of Douglas County. All them dudes can ball, and they just complement each other so. But, yeah, man, like, offensively, this Ole Miss team can be potentially dangerous, bro. I love what they're able to do, you know, running the ball. It complements the passing game good, you know, and I thought they did really well, man. And like I said, they garnered up almost 500 yards of offense going up against LSU. Like, when you look at this, and then the Ole Miss defense played well. We're going to talk about that more in a second, and I got a hot take on getting us, y'all ain't going to like. But the defense, 2 for 11, and they were really efficient on third down with Chambliss and the crew. They were 8 for 16, man. They did their thing in this one. They balled out. So I love how and what they were able to do, man, in this one. Got to clean up the penalties, obviously, but I felt like it never felt like LSU was close in this game. It always felt like Ole Miss had the upper hand, whether it was their play calling, how they design plays. It always felt like they had the upper hand. So, yeah, man, I was thoroughly impressed, man. You know, like I said, Ole Miss got a shot this year. I think with the defensive front they got and also with the quarterback play and how they can scheme up different things, I think Ole Miss got a shot this year, man. And you prove it against a really good team. Now, when I talk about LSU, I like the defense still. Now, look, they put up there, like I said, nearly 500 yards of offense. But what has been the problem with LSU? No complimentary football, right? The offense is not helping out the defense. Defense carried that game against Florida. Offense looked like dogs. You know what I'm saying? But then when you have this game, defense struggling, offense didn't do nothing. They did dogs again. You know? Bayou Bengals, I hate to tell y'all this, man. I really do. He not it, bro. And it's my hot take. Garrett Nussmeier is not that guy. He was not accurate. Now, look, y'all came for me all summer long, all spring long when I said Nussmeier does not beat the ball between 10 and 15 years. Like, no, Najeh, he does complete it well. He was missing deep throws. He was missing short intermediate. This man was missing every damn near throw, dog. So, yeah, y'all, I'm not sold, bro. And he has not played well this season. This was everybody's Heisman candidate coming out. This was everybody's, oh, yeah, this is the dude. He going to take us to the next level. He going to get us. I haven't seen nothing yet, y'all, and I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm not impressed. He has to play better. It ain't going to cut it, you know, and if he continues to play this way, man, I don't see them going to where they want to go at. You know, now, obviously, I know Brian Kelly had an interview. He talked about bringing him back. He talked about, obviously, having him there with the team. But if he's going to continue to perform like this, you may have to think about going somewhere else, bro. Now, granted, you look at the stats, you look at the game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if it's the offensive line. But they do not block well for the run, bro. You know, and nor do they stay in phase with it. You made Nussmeier throw the ball 34 times. You had no balance in this game, right? Your highest rusher was Harlan Berry, who's your true freshman phenom, 5-star player, 7 runs for 22 yards. You got to run the ball more, bro. If you're not going to have any kind of rushing attack, you ain't going to win games in the SEC. You have to have balance. And another problem is they can't win on the outside. They don't have a true number one. I hate to say it. Hate to bust your bubble, LSU fans. Y'all don't have it. This is supposed to be wide receiver U. It don't look like wide receiver U. They usually got something there. But the problem is the last 2 years, they've missed on the number 1 overall recruit, right? You look at the Tristan Keys of the world, right? You look at the number 1 receiver last year. They have not been hitting on those guys. The Corey and Moore, who ends up transferring out and goes obviously going to Oregon. They have not hit on those guys, and it's showing. And it's one of the reasons why this team is struggling. They cannot win the one-on-ones in coverage. So, you know, you could say it's an aberration for the defense, but offensively, like I said, how they're playing, it ain't going to cut it. They have to be way better if they want a chance in order to get to the college football playoff. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't be a top 10 or top 15 team after this loss, but they do have a lot of issues they got to work out, and more issues are going to come up. And now with a loss, you seen Brian Kelly fired up after a win. I wonder how he's going to respond after a loss, but His quarterback's not cutting it, you know, and they're not doing enough on the ground. They have to do better if they want a shot in order to get to where they want to be at, you know. And I think Ole Miss, they exposed some deficiencies and weaknesses for them. And they're going to have to figure it the hell out or they in trouble, man. But that's my instant reaction. QB1 did his thing, and Ole Miss got a shot this year to make some noise.